Man's Sky. Let's get them drops. I know. Yeah, man. It's been a while. I think it's almost that time. But yeah. So again, I don't have any insider knowledge. I'm really being honest about this. They, like I said, they have tapped myself and a few other streamers to jump back into No Man's Sky. You know, and like I said, maybe kind of hype things up a little bit, show players the new player experience, and of course, well, you know, anyone who's used to Sean Murray's cryptic emoji only tweets knows that is a very good indicator that something is about to come out. Typically, when they do announce new content, it's usually on Wednesdays, and it sometimes goes live same day. Sometimes they do this on Thursdays. It's usually Wednesday or Thursday. I think they've had an occasional Friday here and there as well. Something new for No Man's Sky. I've played this game since the start. Swift, as have I. So, like I said, it's nice to be in cahoots with Hello Games ever since the beginning, where I got to be part of their launch event for the game. What does crypto have to do with No Man's Sky? You can get some Sean coins, you know. It does. They start off not being great, but eventually over time they become very awesome and valuable, just like No Man's Sky. Look, I've liked the game since the beginning, but yeah, you know, they're kind of an example of having a rough launch that eventually turns into a very, very lauded game. So yeah, okay. So, all right, let's do this. Yeah, so No Man's Sky is a game that it's available now on pretty much every console except for TI-82 calculators. It's on PS4, it's on PS5, Steam, Xbox One, Series X and S, Game Pass for PC, Game Pass in general. It's on Mac, it's on Switch, and it's also on Nintendo Switch too. Feel free to check this out. Type in !NMS if you'd like to maybe give this a gander on your own free time by picking up the game. They have done one free play weekend, you know, kind of like a free trial weekend, but honestly, No Man's Sky doesn't do that terribly often. So yeah. The other thing is Light No Fire, of course, is the highly anticipated, although not much spoken about game that Hello Games is working on. We got exactly one trailer at the Game Awards, I want to say a year and a half ago, and then Hello Games has been very mum on the subject since then. Now, some of the tech that they've incorporated into their development of Light No Fire has actually made its way over to, well, not matriculated, but kind of like made its way into No Man's Sky, you know, some of the floating islands, some of the water tech, some of the goodies that we'll see undoubtedly in Light No Fire, but so far that game has no release date, and you know they're keeping their lips sealed. It's probably because of the launch of No Man's Sky. Had a couple stumbles along the way, but now it's been a fantastic game, absolutely fantastic. How does a Mac game? I don't know. It's I can't remember. I don't think I've played a game on a Macintosh computer since I was a kid. So yeah, and even then. Let's see here. Yeah, who here? Raise your hand if you want to watch the Light No Fire trailer just one more time. Plus, it'll give me a chance to get up and stretch because I've been live for about 4 hours and 5 minutes. So yeah, let's do that. So this is not No Man's Sky. This is a stream brought to you by Hello Games for No Man's Sky. But let's do this. Let's watch the trailer for Light No Fire one more time and see if we can get people a little hype for that. Let's do this. So, man, when are we going to get some more news on Light No Fire? That was released, I think it was about a year and a half ago, if I'm not mistaken. So, man, at some point. Now, somebody asked for the release date. There is no release date for Light No Fire. It was just basically, they gave us that announcement, and they've only briefly mentioned, they've only briefly mentioned that they're still working on it, essentially. So, let's see. Oh, no, it looks like I was actually dropping a few frames there. Hopefully the trailer still, I don't know, hopefully that looked okay to everybody. All right. Why don't we go ahead and do this? Let's go ahead and jump into some No Man's Sky. So, let's click on this. Oh yeah, by the way, for those of you who mentioned or missed it earlier in the stream, I actually did go to Daytona on Saturday to catch the Coke 0400. It's my first time going to a NASCAR race. That was courtesy of iRacing and NASCAR to kind of cover the event. So I got a video that's being cooked up for there. There's some some stills from that. And yeah, it was kind of cool. This was the hold on, let's see if we can turn. Oh, whoops. Turn this up a little bit. This was the season finale, I guess you could call it. This was basically to determine the... hold on, I'll shut up for a second. So this was basically kind of like the final games before the playoffs of NASCAR, so to speak. So only those who had enough points to continue will actually make it into the quote-unquote playoff rounds. So I'm not sure how many cars got eliminated. I think only 16 cars can advance. Something like that. I don't know. I have to be honest. I haven't watched a lot of NASCAR since I was younger, but it was cool to get to go there. And as you can see, I was watching the race from pit lane as opposed to up in the grandstands. So next time I'd like to be able to go in the grandstands. But yeah, getting to actually like hobnob with some of the the pit crew and getting to see it from this angle was kind of interesting. They briefly mentioned that they have been working on it for over 5 years now. I know, Cryptic Life. So when do we get? I don't know. We're gonna get some more news in that regard. Okay, all right. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go ahead and jump into the game. And so I'm gonna check on my settlement and stuff. But then yeah, they said it's like, hey, if you wouldn't mind, do a new playthrough. Start a new playthrough and show people what the new playthrough is like. Want to see a NASCAR driver panic, have the driver turn right. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it is a lot of, go fast, turn left. Although in Daytona, as opposed to just a standard oval, they call it the tri-oval because the track is actually kind of a D shape. So it's like, it goes turns, it's straight, and then turn, and then it goes like up into an angle, and then a kind of a I don't know, another turn, if you will. So it's more of a D shape, which they refer to as a tri-oval, which is interesting. Okay. All right, so yeah, let's do this. And again, just to make this clear, they haven't released any new expeditions or expansions for the game as of today, but something new is coming our way, and that remains to be seen what it is. Hopefully, I mean, they could surprise us. It might not even be No Man's Sky at all. It could be news on Light No Fire. Maybe they'll announce like a playable alpha or something, which I don't think they did last time. I guess they didn't let you do a tire change. No, but I got to play with a busted tire, like a tire that blew out, and the whole pit lane smells like rubber and racing fuel, so it's a bit strong at times. Yeah, kind of like your BO. Fun live event, used to go a lot. Was a big Jimmy Johnson fan, but sort of quit when he retired. Yeah, I think. I can't claim that I was a real huge NASCAR watcher, but yeah, I remember watching the race where Dale Earnhardt, sadly, he got pushed into a wall or what have you, and yeah, I just remember after that, I kind of didn't really watch a lot of NASCAR. Yeah, and of course that was a long time ago. I was very young at the time. I'm only 21, so. I hope Light No Fire isn't just No Man's Sky in a different setting. I hope it feels different, its own game, and what you do has permanency. Flexible or not, the biggest key difference is that instead of, what I don't know, was it 18 septillion planets and galaxies and star systems, or whatever it is. Oh no, it's only like 255 galaxies. Either way, in Light No Fire, you're supposed to be on just one giant mega planet. It's supposed to be, I guess, comparable to the actual size of Earth. And so how they're gonna work in fast travel, if there is even going to be any fast travel, that'll be interesting. So instead of having, you know, the billions and billions of stars and an impossible amount of planets, this game is supposed to take place on one big planet, and it's where everyone's supposed to play. But again, purportedly, it's going to be about the same size of Earth. So if you're like, hey, if everyone's playing together, wouldn't it feel crowded? It's like, well, not if you're out in the middle of nowhere. Just like if you're the Sahara or the Appalachian Mountains, or I don't know, Chicago. It's on a weekday maybe. So awesome trailer with no info. Yeah. I mean, it's again just so Hello Games, if you don't remember, had kind of a bit of a backlash on launch because a lot of the things that they wanted to have in the game that they, you know, talked about, advertised, were not in the game at launch. They've since added those things, of course, but they took a lot of flack for not adding that stuff. For instance, multiplayer. There honestly wasn't true multiplayer in the game when it first launched, even though they showcased it apparently as being a multiplayer game, which of course they later corrected. Yeah, so I really think they're going to be very conservative with this launch. I mean, they've been a publisher. Hello Games has been a publisher for other games that had no problems launching. If you've never played The Last Campfire, it's kind of a cute puzzle-driven game. And but yeah, I think for their next big title, they're probably going to make double, if not triple, sure that everything is good to go. So yeah, me too, Yog. I'm more of a WEC fan. But if someone's like, hey, you want to go watch another NASCAR race? I would say yes, because it was actually kind of fun. T-Jax, you literally just missed the last 10 minutes of conversation about that, unfortunately. So, yeah, if you stepped away for a minute, yeah, you literally just missed it. So you might have to catch the VOD for that one, because yeah, we just went over all that. Let's see. To be fair, Sony pushed the game out. Yeah, that's kind of there's a general consensus that yeah, they were kind of being egged on to publish maybe before the game was totally done. He was shielding a driver from passing him so his son could win against Jeff Gordon. He lost traction and slammed into the wall, causing severe head trauma. That I remember. They used to blame who was the guy that hit him though? I thought there was a guy that actually hit him. Galactic Surfer joined instantly. Static Green says major update for No Man's Sky this week. Word has it. Yep. Again, yeah. If you're just not tuning in, yeah, we were just talking about all that. Again, Sean Murray. He what he does is he tweets these singular emojis and then starts tweeting one specific emoji, and then it turns into this is why he was promoting that emoji, because it's gonna be like, hey, everyone grows 6 more hands in game. You know, it's just he's had a habit of doing this over the past few years. So anyways, yeah, so that was posted, what was it, yesterday or the 23rd? Yeah, he started tweeting about that on the 23rd, and he always does this. He starts tweeting a whole bunch of the same emoji, and then next thing you know, bam, there's an update. Could be an expedition, could be an expansion, could be feet pics from the entire Hello Games staff, but, you know, it remains to be seen, but I know some of you wish that was the case. Anyways, yeah, so we can expect to have some new content soon, and it's been a while since they've done Twitch drops, so I won't be shocked if they end up doing Twitch drops. So yeah, we will have to see. Okay, all right, yeah, so let's do this. I do want to check on a few things before we, let's see. Oh, it's not working. Hold on. Yeah, for some reason sorry, just my my Stream Deck was acting up. Let's see. There it goes. Okay, now it's working. Perfect. Okay, gotcha. Alrighty, so, let's see, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I should be on my spaceship right now, or my spaceship, spaceship, it's more like a dreadnought. Yes, the SS Dinglehopper. Sometimes I do have regrets letting people name my, you know, subscribers name my ships, my dreadnought, well, my dreadnoughts. Yeah, but, yeah, the person who got naming rights, you know, they were kind enough to be a sub, they named my dreadnought the SS Dinglehopper. So, not the nefarious skull death or something. It's like, nope, it's the Dinglehopper. Not exactly the scariest space pirate ship name ever. So, yeah. Let's see. Well, Red Worm, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't fault him to saying it's like, guys, I think I'm gonna retire early and just enjoy my hundreds of millions of dollars. Maybe, I don't know. It's God, what is it in the UK? In the UK, they are required to disclose financials publicly for the company, I think in most cases. And I think it was shown at one point that Hello Games has actually done very, very, very well with their flagship product, No Man's Sky, in addition to publishing some other games that, you know, did reasonably well. So, yeah, he is not a poor man by any stretch of the imagination. No. No. Yeah, so, yeah. If he invited me over for lunch, I would probably go. But I would ask him to pay for it at least. I'd be like, guys, you wanna meet up for a full English? It's like, yeah, breakfast? Yeah, you're buying. He's like, okay, sure, why not? All right, let's do this. All right, so, yeah, let me go check on my base, my settlement. Sometimes jerks like to attack my settlement. Here, let me fly down. I could jump down. I actually could just jump off of this ship and just float down. I've done it before. The HLS Turd Clipper. Yeah, I know anything, but yeah, they're again, sometimes it backfires letting people name my ships. I don't want to say backfires, but it wouldn't have been my first choice. Yeah, all right, so we're entering atmosphere. Meow. Yeah, I've got my fleet, including my living ships. Have a Normandy somewhere around here. Oh yeah, here it is. Meow. Yeah, so they've only done one crossover event that I'm aware of, I think, with Mass Effect, because I guess they were, Sean Murray and the gang, they're big Mass Effect fans. So, yeah, they have the Normandy here as a frigate that you could get. They gave players a couple opportunities to get it, but it is a frigate. I think its primary stat is exploration, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there it is, the Normandy. I've only ever played a little bit of Mass Effect 1. I can't say I've played anything beyond that. Ow, whoops. I guess I deserve that. What? Regrets in letting a bunch of trolls that graduated from Ligma University naming your stuff? What's Ligma? Makes sense their commerce sector is on point. Had a lot of people build stuff. By the way, this is our community planet, if you've never been here. It is quite literally a paradise planet. It has no roaming sentinels, no bad weather. It's kind of an Earth-like. I mean, gosh, look at this place. Yeah, green grass, you know, regular brown dirt, blue skies, white clouds, blue ocean. It just, we named this place, it was originally named Space Florida, but we renamed it as Space Hawaii because after reviewing, this place has lots of mountains, which Florida doesn't have, but Hawaii does have. I should know, I used to live there. I lived there for about 5 years as a kid. Exploration combat, yeah, dual role. So it is, yeah, it was a pretty nice freebie. You just had to play an expedition to get it. All right, here we go. Just gonna double check that my settlement's okay. Now they did add to settlement gameplay recently. It made some much sought after updates to the game in that regard. So yeah, this is my settlement called Space Jerk Central. Apparently ship we will have in Expanse is Frigate, meaning it will be larger than the Rocinante. Oh, you mean the upcoming Expanse game? I'm very much looking forward to that. I still haven't finished, what was it, the Telltale game? I think I still have to do the last chapter. Maybe we'll do that around right before the game comes out. Yoke says, how about SS Minnow? But therein lies the agreement, is that, like I said, I allow subscribers to name my ships, my characters, all sorts of stuff, and that's permanent. Unless that same person says, yes, you can change the name, I don't change it. So that's the agreement that I have, because if you're willing to support me as a subscriber, I'm willing to let you name things and keep it that way. So yeah. I try to remain good on my word, so to speak. Let's see, where's my life support?
Technology recharge.
My wife support. You'll have to let me know if the game is too loud or too quiet. I was trying to tweak my audio a little earlier, but apparently my audio has just been weird in general. Okay, so let's see. All right, Settlement Administration Terminal. I'm sorry, Jim, it's Terminal. You still have the ship that the guy named after his daughter? I do, Reaver. Like I said, and I've had people that have named some of my ships like easily 5-6 years ago, and I still have those ships, and I still have that same name on there. The only ships I really try to get rid of are the Twitch drop ships whenever they do Twitch drops. I'm pretty sure that's Galactic Surfer. All right, so we have to resolve a citizen dispute. Let's take a look at Space Jerk Central. Let's see. Okay. All right, yeah, there we go, Galactic. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Looks like my current population is 141 out of 141. Previously, before the update, what was that? What was the update called? Where they updated settlement gameplay? It wasn't Frontiers. I think that's when they introduced it. What was the last update? So we can name ships like the Huendongingham III or Harambe von iPhone Jack. Yes. Have you Captain Mark Beach? Have you never seen any of the planets that I let players name? We let players name the planets and star systems, and some of them are really, really terrible. Except for ships of a game that should be named. Well, to be fair, I did let people name those ships. I just no longer own the game, so it's you know, there's also that side of it. So yeah. You just got the one settlement? Yeah, but in the last update, Beacon. So now I think, what is it? Is it 3? I think it's 3 settlements? You can have up to 3 settlements? Is it 3? Or is it 5 now? Yeah, because previously, before the, I guess, Beacon update, you could only have the one settlement. But like I said, they kind of revamped settlement frontier gameplay, and now you can have more settlements. I don't know that I would really want to manage more than one personally, because, well, you know. Oh, that's the other thing, is that when they change some stuff, you can now upgrade buildings, and upgrading buildings is very, very tedious. Not in a bad way, you know, it's like add something more to settlement gameplay, but I had already gone and upgraded my settlement, or, you know, did everything I could with my settlement as much as I could, but now my productivity went from over 1 million per day down to 850, happiness was 100%, now it's down to 53, my population got a lot higher though, so that's kind of nice. It's a shame that I can't max it out, I think at what would be, 200, 175, 200? Yeah, yeah, my production status changed to different materials, all sorts of stuff. But thankfully, my settlement and my home planet didn't get. Oh, I was responsible for a Harambe in this channel and an iPhone Jack. Yeah, so you know, yeah, we let people name stuff in this game. But I think I'm good with just the one settlement, especially on my home planet. So I think this planet became my home planet because of stuff. All right, so I also have to resolve. Yeah, there's a Galactic Surfer being weird. Oh, oops, I used my geology cannon, but I didn't mean to. All right, but we have a citizen dispute, so let's go ahead and investigate that. It says here, 2 rival settlers each seek control of a clutch of cloned eggs. Planetary entity Oklum has more management experience, but if denied this opportunity, settler Lelashira may go into bankruptcy. Who should acquire the item? So it says here, we'll get more productivity if we go with this guy, but we'll also get more happiness, but an unknown outcome with this guy. So the safer bet would be Oklum, but citizen happiness is you know, is important to me. So yeah. Yeah, so planetary entity Oklum has more management experience, but if denied this opportunity, settler Lalashira may go into bankruptcy. Yeah, this is kind of like their last opportunity. So I don't know. What do you think, chat? Should we just go with the sure bet, or should we throw this guy a lifeline and possibly take a negative attribute? So again, you might have seen that my settlement had a number of attributes. This might give me a negative attribute. So I don't know. Again, this is part of settlement gameplay. What does this matter to the overall core goal of the game? Not much. You know, this is literally just you get to be in charge of what is effectively like a old Wild West town, or a sci-fi Wild West town. Make omelet instead. Win-win. That's true. All right, let's do that. We're gonna go with settler Lalashira and see what we get. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. Oh no! So we got a settlement warning, atmosphere of suspicion, but we got +4 happiness. Uh-oh. So we have, we probably have a negative attribute now. Oh yeah, look at that. So we were green across the board, but now I have atmosphere of suspicion reduces citizen happiness. Oh no! So we raised it by 4, but then we lost some. Does anyone remember what the original number was? Well, I don't know, Spader Elite. Look at this. Think of this as a government bailout, just like our own government in the United States did back in 2008 for a lot of banks and car dealerships and stuff or whatever. Oh, it was at, okay, so we gained 4 and then lost 1%. So that's actually, yeah, you know, still pretty good. Is it even possible to get your settlement to S-Class? From what I understand, yeah, they purportedly fixed the problems where people couldn't get to S-Class. I don't know, I've got a ways to go, because like I said, I had everything maxed out except for population. But now my settlement is maxed out, but now I have to fix my happiness and productivity. So we went up 4, but then down 1, so I'm still net positive. Yeah. Okay, cool. And again, sometimes your settlement will be under attack from, God, what are they? Corrupted Sentinels, but it looks like they aren't here this time around, so that's good. Yeah, but the thing is now is all these buildings can be upgraded. So if I want to, yeah, start making things a little better, nicer here. Let's see. Yeah, see, this building is S tier. This building, what is this? This building is B tier. So yeah, again, if you wanna have something to do in settlements, yeah, you try raising everything to S class. Like I said, that's pretty tedious. Yeah, I think I got a little. Oh yeah, I got a little kiddie pool now. All right. I don't remember building this, but then again, I did give some people permission to build in my settlement. But yeah, it looks like a kiddie pool. Maybe this is where they keep the piranha collection. Wiki says that debuff is 2%. Okay, well, I'm still net positive. Still net positive. Okay. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to log in to check this out. But like I said, Hello Games has asked me if I would be interested on maybe a nightly basis to show people the new player experience. So we're just gonna start a new playthrough here right now. Okay. So all right, let's do this. We're gonna wave to Galactic Surfer because, like I said, I'm gonna go start a new character who will probably be in the middle of nowhere. It's just like starting an expedition. So why don't we set that up? In fact, why don't we do a poll? All right, let's do this. We are going to wave and say, all right, thank you, Galactic. Thank you for visiting. Yes, sorry I'm at work, you know. Hey, that's my exocraft. At least the name of my exocraft. It's like I said, I let people name stuff. So the guy who got naming rights for my exocraft, he wasn't responding. And so I was like, hey, you won. Did you want to name it? And he's like, yeah, sorry. And I was like, sorry for what? He's like, yeah, sorry, I'm at work. And it's like, okay, so that's the name of my exocraft. Yeah, sorry, I'm at work. So he was listening in and entered the naming rights, but then he got busy and he couldn't break away, so he was just listening. I was haranguing this guy about not naming my exocraft. So I was like, all right, now it's permanently called, yeah, sorry, I'm at work. And which is fun. I love the stories. Pools are for fishing. Okay, they're kind of OP when you get them to S rank. Ah. More things to do. All right, so we're going to do the following. Let's do this. I need to take a very, very quick, I don't know, No Man's Sky bio break, if you know what I mean. But while I'm AFK for just a moment, why don't we do a little bit of a poll? And we're gonna take a poll to see who thinks. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna do a short poll here. It's a short poll because I can't help it otherwise. Yuck, yuck. All right, let's do this. Okay, yeah, let's do a poll here. I'm gonna pick your brains for a second. Poll. All right, question. What is Sean Murray talking about? Let's say Sean Murray's tweet talking about, and we'll do. Let's see, new expedition, new expansion, new both of those, or the last one's gonna be light no fire news. Okay, so we're just gonna run this for, let's just run this for we're just gonna run this for like 2 minutes. Okay. All right, so if you look at the top of chat right now, you should see a poll, and what I'm referring to is this. So again, Sean Murray, he posted a tweet, his cryptic emoji tweets, and so we're gonna do a poll. Your question is, what is Sean Murray's tweet talking about? Is it a new expedition? Is it a new expansion? Is it both, or is it gonna be light no fire news? I'll be right back. I'm gonna BRB myself because I gotta go take a little bio break here. You guys can watch the sunrise and let me know what you think. I'll be right back. Alright, looks like there's only about maybe like 20 seconds left in the poll. Okay. Alright. So if anyone's right on this, you get to say I told you so. Alright, here we go. Okay, so 10 seconds left. What is Sean Murray's tweet talking about? What is the general consensus from all of you in chat? And the winning option was new, both of those. Okay, so, wow, 52% of people who entered the poll think it's going to be both, a new expedition and new expansion. I, for one, certainly hope so, but we'll have to see. Also, like I said, it's probably getting close to that time where they're going to do Twitch drops again, so I'll have to brace myself for impact, because, yeah, it's usually 5 days of Twitch drops, if not always. Yeah, so we'll have to see. Chikala, wouldn't that be nice? Alright, so, okay, so let's do this. We are going to log off of just this playthrough, quit to mode select. We're going to start a new playthrough. Okay, yeah, it's not often I do this. Alright, so play. Let's see here. So, yeah, again, I have a bunch of normal saves. Some of these were from previous expeditions that have converted to normal saves. Some of those are previous expeditions. I did delete a few saves. I don't know if some of you remember, but a long time ago, you could only have, I think, 4 saves. And so if you wanted to do new expeditions or whatever, you had to delete saves. Thankfully, they've given us a lot more save spots now. So, alright, that blows my mind. Next year, this time, 10 years. Yeah, so hopefully they'll have some kind of big celebration. Imagine this. Now, like I said, I don't want to put words in Hello Games' mouth, but can you imagine after 10 years, they announced that they are going to end development of Light No Fire, just keep it as is, and focus everything on Light No Fire. Imagine if they said that after 10 years. I mean, No Man's Sky is a game that has really just gone the distance, right? They've done tons, like 30, 40 expansions, updates for the game. They've all been free, no paid DLC. They don't even have a merch store. They announced that they basically teased that they were going to start selling some merch, and then they never did. So, not sure what happened there. At least not that I'm aware of. But yeah, they used to have a merch store. They don't even have a merch store anymore. It's like, John, how do we give you more money? You know? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I will say this. They don't have a merch store at the moment, but they did announce that they are selling some plushies. So where is it? Where is it? They had some. Yep, here they are right here. So yeah, they have a U2's collection. They have a Gek and a Dude. Yeah, the Traveler plushie and the Gek plush, so that's what they look like. So if you think you would like one of these, feel free to go onto, well, I guess, hold on, maybe I can link it for you right about Shmeow. This isn't part of the sponsored stream or anything, I'm just mentioning it, because some people like plushies. I have a lot of plushies that I've collected over the years. So yeah, feel free to maybe grab one of those. They're $30 a pop. Yeah, so they actually finally have some merch. But yeah, they used to have a merch section on their website. They don't have it anymore. That's your cue to go get a plushie. All right, let's do this new game. All right, let's see. Okay, so normal, relaxed, custom, creative, survival, and then community expeditions. Ah, yeah, it says right there, new expedition coming soon. I think it always says that, but you know. So, I'd buy a Gas Giant plushie. Yeah, I'd like a Korvax, I don't know, Lego set maybe. That would be kind of a thing, possibly. Yeah. So I could try to do I could try to do a like a permadeath run. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Hold on, maybe I could try to do a permadeath run. I'll do it on normal, but I can upgrade it to be permadeath. Did No Man's Sky have a big update? Not yet. Tokes 3, if you just missed it, we were just talking about that, though. We did a poll. There is another update coming. I don't have any insider knowledge on that, but anytime Sean Murray announces it via emojis on his Twitter, that means a new update is coming. If they sold replicas of the ships, I'd throw my money at them. Oh, hold on. Where is it? Uh-oh. So, Orens, how upset do you want to get with me? Hold on, give me a sec. I'm not going anywhere. I just gotta go grab something. Because I was sent something at one point in time. Yeah, so they haven't officially announced it yet, Tokes, but, all right, well, let's pull this up here. Yeah. So you're talking about replicas of the ships. So if you weren't there at launch, then you probably never saw this, but they actually had an Explorer edition of the game that was like a physical collector's edition box. And I ended up not getting one. I was planning on getting one, but I ended up not getting one because I was working with Hello Games for the launch of the game, and they gave me a review code and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I have something here that was sent to me in a shoebox, and it was something that I had coveted for a very, very long time. And so they sent me a note here. This was from Zin3, but yeah, here, check this out. This is the limited edition No Man's Sky Explorer edition of the game. This is effectively their version of a collector's edition, I guess you could say. Limited in number. They only made 10,000 of these, kind of a lot, but you never see these anymore. They're just they've all been spoken for. Maybe a couple on eBay for $500. But this is still brand new in the box. And yeah, it was a gift from someone who said, it's like, hey, Cap, this has been sitting on my shelf for years. You seem like you really love No Man's Sky, so here you go. Enjoy. Why haven't you unboxed it? Because like I said, I mean, unboxed. Not that I'm planning on selling it anytime soon. I'll probably have to be buried with it. These have been going for, I think, like $400 to $500. So hope you haven't unboxed. No, it's still, yeah, it comes with the challenge coin, comes with the stand. I think, yeah, there's a pen in there. Yeah, there's like no rips or tears or anything. So this is very, very much so a collector's item that is actually reasonably valuable to a certain subset of space game enjoyers. Yeah, 2016. They only sold these in the lead up, or I guess pre-orders in the lead up to the launch of No Man's Sky. So I always wanted one of these. But I just couldn't pony up the cash, or I wasn't willing to. And then one day I just had one show up in my PO box. And so Zin3. And I keep it in the box that it came in to keep it safe. It's maybe a little dusty, but yeah, I keep the note in here. So again, if they would start selling these again, they would make millions. They would start making millions again. But yeah, that stays very close to me in my closet in that box. Yoke says, they still have that ship? Yeah, man. Again, I don't know, go on eBay right now. I don't know, not to buy from scalpers or whatever, but yeah, they are a collector's item, and they're pretty expensive. My favorites are your expedition streams. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get a new one of those soon. A generous fellow traveler. Exactly. All right, so let's do this. Normal. Okay, we're going to start from scratch here. There we go.
This is No Man's Sky.
I pressed the wrong. God. I've been streaming for almost 11 years now, and I still screw up. Okay, here we go. Shh, shut up.
Commencing Atlas System Suit Initialization. Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online. aerial propulsion jetpack. Online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment. Operational. User initialization sequence complete.
All right, here we go. Yeah. First contact. We're on a planet called Fall 15. Ooh, let's see. It looks like it's a little on the toxic side.
Radiation protection falling.
Okay, so let's do this. All right, so we're going to find... It says we have to find some sodium. Yeah. All right, let's do this, though. We are going to... let's see. Oh, really? I don't have a terrain manipulator. Okay, so one of the first things I suggest people do is build a terrain manipulator. But it looks like I don't have... it's funny because, like I said, I do the expeditions. Those are kind of like starting over, but then they fast track you through everything. So this is literally the new player experience. All right, scanner's critically damaged. I gotta find some ferrite dust. All right, so gather ferrite dust. All right, here we go. Yeah, this planet looks nice, although it's a little on the I don't know, chemically side, I guess you could say. To answer Manchu's question, they haven't announced it yet, but yeah, something new is coming. Based on Sean Murray's usual cryptic tweets on No Man's Sky, it's a very clear indicator that, yeah, they've got something planned for... Could be launching this week, could be next week, but yeah, we're going to be doing a few days of streams for Hello Games. Could be up to the launch of something new. Last year, before I changed my GPU, I was on lowest possible settings. Now I can set it to very high, completely different game. Yeah, Swift. I mean, that's the glory of any game, right? When you can finally, let's see, exosuit. Let's see, where? Oh yeah, multi-tool. There it is. Look at this. Yeah, the classic, little stubby multi-tool. Waveform focuser. Okay, so one of the things that, again, I like to do for subscribers, especially in No Man's Sky, is people get to name my stuff, including my starship and my multi-tool. So let's start taking entries for someone to rename my multi-tool and then my ship when we finally get to it. So, all right, if you're a subscriber here, type an exclamation point, let me name, and yeah, it's a perk that subscribers get on this channel. Yeah, No Man's Sky 2 confirmed, exactly. Hey, Chris, welcome. I usually play this game on Switch 1. On PC, it looks like Cinema, COD, Jamus. It's also going to be on Switch 2, so if you end up getting a Switch 2, then purportedly it runs a little better on that. Okay. All right, so we're going to scan to locate some sodium. Some bloatium. Oh, there's some oxygen there. I definitely want to get some oxygen. All right, so I need to recharge my hazard protection, so let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, there it is.
Technology recharge.
Wow, this actually really does look pretty. Look at this. And that's one of the glorious things, and I'm not just saying this because, you know, it's a sponsored stream.
Starship signal detected.
It's that because this is all RNG based, the planets can have these really, really weird outcomes. But it's actually kind of fortunate to be able to end up on a planet that looks like this, where it's just, yeah, visually very impressive. Exosuit initialization. Right, so there's a signal source there. Cap, Helldivers 2 comes to Xbox at 4 a.m. Tuesday in a major update. I can only assume you're going to play at that time. Let's see. Yeah, oxygen is always a primary concern. Let's do this. Let's shoot this hazardous flora. Hazardous flora, if I'm not mistaken, always has oxygen. But remember, oxygen is what powers your life support system. And of course, if you're just now starting off, having, you know, a way to recharge your life support is very important. Yeah, this, I mean, even by standards of having played this game for 9 years,
Radiation protection falling.
this still actually looks very, very good to me. It's always very impressive what they do with this game. One thing I always have to remember when I'm starting off on a new playthrough is that my jetpack on my normal playthrough is like really, really upgraded. But yeah, I have to remember on a new playthrough, my jetpack doesn't last very long. All right, that's what I like to call the dab dash, or the bash dash, or the attack jump, or the slap happy. Yeah, so what you do is basically you run, and then you attack, and then you jump at the same time. So there's the attack, right? So you run, you attack, and jump at the same time, and it does basically kind of like a jetpack lunge move that can help you traverse terrain very quickly. Chris, every once in a blue moon, I wouldn't call it a regular game of this channel. I like it a lot, but it's what's nice because you can kind of jump in and jump out, but I don't know. Some streamers will play something like 4 different games in a stream. I've just never been that way. I will usually do at most like 2 different games in a stream, such as today. But yeah, I don't bounce around a lot. Like take Henkin. Henkin has a specific day once per week that he usually streams Helldivers 2. But these days, especially leading into September, I already have a pretty packed schedule, if that makes sense. I wonder if I should fix my ship first. Hold on. Oh, I don't have an analysis visor installed. Oh yeah, man, I really am starting from scratch. Yeah, Helldivers 2 is fantastic, man. That is a great game. Alright, let's go to general. Music just a smidge. Focus down just a smidge. Yeah, there's this game has a really great soundtrack. Some of it was written by a British band called 65 Days of Static. If you ever want to hear the No Man's Sky theme song, go look up a song called Debutante by 65 Days of Static. Kind of the official, unofficial theme song of the game. Speaking of music. Sorry, it's a little on the loud side. Starter packs run on farts, yeah, pretty much. There we go. So I think you have to be careful for is you can't take a lot of fall damage in the game. Just checking. No. I'm not trying to be combative. I'm just saying it's one of those things where I wish I had 10 of me and there were 50 hours in a day, and then I could just play all the things. You know, the Richard Collective could play all the things all the time. There's a channel on Twitch called Streamer House, and that's what they are. They are a collective of streamers that all live in the same house, and they literally do stream 24 hours a day as a group. They streamed, I think, over 1,000 hours of Dune Awakening. That's another thing I strongly recommend. If you're just starting off in this game and you see loot like that, always pick up the loot, because you never know what you're going to find, and it could prove to be very useful eventually. Ooh. Ow! Remember I was saying I get used to having a better jetpack? So, Captain, how is it revisiting this game? I'm assuming you just meant to ask, how is it revisiting this game? I mean, I've got... I don't know how many hours I have in this game. Over 800? Which in No Man's Sky terms is really not a lot. So, you know... it's like, oh, he's got 800 hours. Ugh. There's people who have like 4,000 hours in this game that come by the channel from time to time. Yeah, exactly. Multiplicity. Except in that movie, every clone just got dumber and dumber and dumber. Yeah, we are many. We are Richard. We are Legion. Yes. I'd love to have a twin. When I went to GCX, the Game Convention Expo or whatever it's called, I actually hung out with a pair of identical twins. And I got to talk to them. They said that we consider ourselves to be an individual, but we share a great many interests because, yes, we are twins, but we are both individuals. I was like, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
It is, yeah. Yeah, me and twins. Nice. Twins, Basil. Twins. I'm sure they're just super tired of people saying that to them. Yeah, Calatrix. So, yeah, the reason why I'm back in... Oh, yeah, I don't have my Atlas Pass that I normally have, is because Hello Games reached out and said, hey, would you be interested in streaming some No Man's Sky again? I've done streams for Hello Games in the past and said, yeah, and show people the new player experience as maybe as a prep to whatever new content might be coming up. So... Played since 2016. Yeah, that's when the game came out. So, yeah, next year it'll be 10 years of No Man's Sky. And also, how is it? Oh, God, how's it been 10 years already? Okay. Yeah, I've already 1,000 hours in Path of Exile 2, and the game is not even a year old. Whew. That is a lot. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this. Give me a sec. I'm just setting something up here. All right. I'd like to do a little extra something here. All right, it says iteration. Let's go ahead and read this.
Scenario iteration 231186661T. Deleted. Boundary separation failure likely. Vessel 16 emptied. Cause. Sentinel intervention. Deliberate transfer. Analysis. Fresh iteration generated. Anomaly containment prepared.
Let's go with the broadcast option.
Broadcast received. Traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized.
Okay, it's nice that one of the previous updates added voice acting, so that's kind of cool. So, there we go. Damaged machinery. Living slime. That's another thing, is you kind of want to keep whatever you find to sell. Once you make it to a space station, you could sell just anything. Also, scanning. Scanning can be very useful, but apparently I don't have an analysis visor yet. Let's see. Yeah, scanner. Install. Let's see, analysis visor. I need carbon nanotubes, which means I need carbon.
Radiation protection falling.
And also, one of the very first things I recommend people build is a terrain manipulator, but it looks like I don't actually have access to the terrain manipulator plans. Maybe they want people seeing the new game experience as it's about to be overhauled and the icon is a welcome wave. Oh, yeah. They could be doing a new player experience. Again, they actually did that themselves. They came out with an expedition that was basically really effectively like a long tutorial for the game. They did that about 4 years ago, I want to say. Isn't slime can be converted to nanites? Yeah, but I don't have a pocket refiner or a regular refiner or a refiner. Plus, I've never been a big fan of that method of getting nanites because it's very tedious. Yeah, slime turns into goo, goo turns into dust, dust turns into mold, mold turns into nanites. And it's like D. It's like I'd rather go get nanites for free from a station. I'd rather do station hopping and get free nanites that way. But that's just me though. Yeah, it's a slow process and I'm not a fan of it. I'm not saying it's bad. It is a valid way to get nanites. It's just not for me because it's there are more adventurous ways to get nanites. So, okay, so I gotta get some carbon. So there's a carbon adute right there.
Radiation damage detected.
Ah, crap hammers. Hold on. Yeah, see, this is where the survival experience in the game actually comes back to haunt me.
Technology recharge.
All right, so there is that. Let's do this. Took a little damage there, nothing too crazy. Gonna charge my life support.
Recharge.
Okay, so let's see if I can find... All right, so there it is. Yeah, so there's the Wavering Radiant, or whatever it's called. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna let somebody name my multi-tool right now, but you're gonna have to wait until I actually fix my ship before someone can rename it. Boom, headshot. Spader, what would you like to name my multi-tool? My intro multi-tool, so to speak, needs a new name. Spent a lot of time when this game first came out selling Cobalt. Made about $1 billion before I finally just played. Yeah.
Radiation protection falling.
The Little Richard. Oh, okay. Good golly, Miss Molly. Peeing on my face. Oh, no. All right, so we got the Little Richard. Thank you for that. Okay, like I said, if you type in exclamation point, let me name, for subscribers, that's a perk that subscribers get, is, getting to name my stuff. So someone's going to get to name my starter ship. And I think we'll continue with this ship all throughout our promo campaign for No Man's Sky. All right, let's hop in, claim this thing. Okay, ship auto diagnostics are firing up. Everything's online. Atlas connection is intermittent, sadly. Launch thrusters are offline. And pulse engine is also offline. Okay, so we have to go into internal monologue mode, as I like to call it. So let's see if we can do this. Okay. I find myself alone in a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of a before. But this ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I'm not dead yet, and this ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Let me read the log. Okay, it says the log is unavailable, substituting data. Okay, exosuit connected. Suggestion, pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Will repair the ship systems. Okay, self-guided repair protocols are activating. Okay, so let's see. I need to make a hermetic seal. I need to make some metal plating, so we're going to need some parts for that. Okay. So yeah, again, this is the starting experience where you start off in the game and you have no idea why you're there. Yeah. So I need to make some metal plating. Okay, my ship's on fire, my radiant pillar. Like I said, I'll let somebody name my ship. I gotta get a soundbite from, what was it, Force Awakens, when Han Solo was like, where's my ship? Yeah. Please wait, ship needs to install MS Copilot. Yuck. God, they really are going hard on that stuff, aren't they? Alright, so we got some hydrogen.
Radiation protection falling.
Yeah, I got a quick way to make some cash is to kill a lot of animals. I can't remember if there's a pacifist achievement in this game or not. Like, you know, beating the whole game without killing any animals. Can't remember if that's a thing or not. Alright, so we got lots of sodium. There we go. God, I can't wait to get some backpack upgrades. Alright, so I think this is going to be condensed carbon. Yeah, I need an advanced mining laser, but I can at least get some of the smaller crystals, because I'm going to need them to make the stuff I need. Yeah, I need an analysis visor, so that's something else I'm going to have to make. Because if I can analyze stuff, typically you'll get a base, some kind of base component from, you know, regular stuff. But if you can scan it, you'll sometimes get a secondary, or I think even maybe a third component. It's usually two. I can't remember if it'll do three. But yes, right now I'm only getting ferrite, but if I could scan it, I could probably get something else along with the goodies that I'm getting right now. Okay, so let's do this. I need to create a carbon nanotube. Okay, starship. Or no, a multi-tool, so yep, here we go. So I'm gonna install the visor. Presto. So same thing. Now when I scan these, hold on, let's do this. So that's Hildrite. So now I can get, yeah, see I can get ferrite dust and dihydrogen, so that's actually pretty awesome. Yeah, dihydrogen's gonna come in handy for making launch fuel. You keep going back to the other game's screen? You keep going back to the other game's screen? Which screen? Wait, this screen or? What? Explain. Am I putting up the wrong wallpaper? So that's a mistake. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so hermetic seal. Let's see. Make some metal plating. Alright, there we go. That's fixed. Now I need to make a hermetic sealed. Let's see, which is going to require... Let's see. For some reason I don't have the recipe for the hermetic seal yet. Probably because it's the new player experience. It wants me to do things in order. Potentially. The black save screen in-game before this? Like this? Or... Could be, Yog, if Twitch is malfunctioning on your end, you might just, all you have to do is hit refresh and hopefully that'll get it to stop. But, if you mean this screen, yeah, it's just force a habit from press and escape. You know, when you kind of bounce around in games. I wish universally every game developer ever would obey this core tenet. When you make a game, escape goes into a menu and then escape goes out of a menu. But if you're in a menu that's different than the actual escape menu, pressing escape also exit out of that menu. I wish everybody would understand that as a core tenet of game development. Hey, Lady Atara, welcome. All right. So let's see. Yeah, I guess I partially. Let's see if the ship will give me instructions. Again, when you play an expedition, you're kind of starting over, you know, as you would normally, but it's kind of it's accelerated. All right, so it looks like everything is functional. Starship critically damaged, vital ingredients missing, unable to synthesize required components. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Reaver, thank you for the 28 months. Thank you for reaving all over the place.
28 months of supporting this wonderful streamer. If I was suspenders, I would be comfortable now.
I used to wear suspenders for a long time in high school. I would actually wear suspenders instead of a belt. True story. Yeah, I don't know, I just was more keen on suspenders than belts. All right, so recommendation, iteration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distressed beacon cache. Distressed beacon. Okay, search the crash for supplies. Interesting. Yes. Let's see, I kind of already pilfered everything, so hopefully I didn't do things too much out of order. Let's take a look. I peer inside the beacon's housing, as well as its distress broadcast unit. It contains a planetary chart. Okay, alright. Let's see, planetary chart. Let's go ahead and plot a route.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Interesting. Hey, he wears no pants when streaming. It's true, man. I'm not rocking it. Ah, look at this. No pants. None whatsoever. I stay nice and comfortable. Is that quest new? I don't remember this being part of the new player experience, but then again, I haven't started an actual new gameplay through save in a long time. Because I have my main save and then I have expedition saves, but again, that's why Hello Games was like, hey, if you would be interested, stream literally the new player experience, which is what I'm doing right now. Actually, all right, there we go. Got some dihydrogen jello. I'm not injured at the moment, so I'm actually that's a health kit container, whatever you want to call it. So, I've learned to not use those when I don't actually need them. Okay, so how far is this? That is 721 units. I wonder if I could fix my ship. Let's see. Do I have the plans for the hermetic seal? No, okay, so it's forcing me to go on foot to get the hermetic seal before it'll teach me the recipe. Are you going off the old raffle for the ship naming? I am, Reaver. Yeah, so type an exclamation point. Oh, you've already entered. Okay, so I already see that. Yeah.
Warning. Incoming storm.
Okay, so this is a bit unfortunate because it won't give me access to the terrain manipulator, but the easiest way to wait out a storm is simply by digging a hole and hiding in it. So because we don't have access to that, I'm going to go hide in my ship and wait for the storm to conclude. There we go. More dihydrogen. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, I'm going to play a little more conservatively here. Yeah, the storm's coming in. There we go. So yeah, it's these seek shelter in caves or buildings, but you can't make your own cave without a terrain manipulator. And that's interesting too, because over the years people have said, what's the #1 piece of advice that you give to new players or would give to new players? And that #1 piece of advice is make a terrain manipulator your #1 priority when you first start off to help protect you from stuff like this. But I guess if they, you can always just hide in your ship like what I'm doing now, but still, having a terrain manipulator is very critical for new players. That's the thing I hate the most of No Man's Sky, the frequency of the storms. Well, on my planet, like our community planet, it has no storms whatsoever. It's literally blissful weather on a paradise planet. Hence, that's why it's our community planet. It's such a nice planet that it actually made the rounds on No Man's Sky Coordinate Exchange, and then a bunch of people started coming to the planet. It's pretty awesome. Lady Atara says, I'm currently playing Starfield, and I still had an instinctive reaction to that announcement. Yeah, yeah, me too. Okay, we'll tell you what, why don't we do this since we're kind of waiting out the storm. Let's go ahead and let somebody name this ship. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And boom. Manchu. Manchu. What are you going to name my starter ship? Yeah, like I said, I'll probably be using this for just a hot minute. But Manchu, what would you like to name our starter ship? I've got a lot of ships in my ship collection, but I actually don't have the starter ship in my ship collection. Imagination says, my home planet didn't have sentinels or storms, but it did last time. Yeah. Sometimes when they'll do an update, it'll revamp people's planets, and usually not for the better, unfortunately. What? Is that a name, Manchu, or is that just a general statement that you wanted to share with chat? What's is this just a little TMI situation, or what's going on here?
I am the ultimate badass.
Regulation, thank you for the 37 months.
Storm
07.
All right, well, I guess we picked a good time, or not good time, depending on how you look at it, to rename the ship. Okay, so it curves to the left. Yeah. Yeah, block. Should I put like just a one parentheses in there? Hold on, where's the other one? Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it curves to the left. The little emoticon there. Yeah. Hey, that's fine. You know, if it still works, that's all that matters. Why not both? Yeah, exactly. Why not both? All right. You know, it looks like that one shopping cart with a stuck wheel. Yeah, it's a shopping cart reference, and definitely nothing else. Thank you for keeping this PG for me. Oh, baby. Okay. All right, let's do this. I got a long hike ahead of me. So the matter manipulator you learn at the place you're trying to get to, that opening tutorial storm. Yeah, I know it's early game, but in the early days, I think it was randomized on whether or not you would actually get a multi-tool that had the terrain manipulator. It wasn't part of the tutorial. You either had it installed from the get-go, or you would just build it right from the get-go. So now, if they're no longer doing that, then yeah, I'll have to tell people it's like,
Radiation protection falling.
instead of telling new players to get, you know, immediately use the terrain manipulator, get used to making caves and stuff, I'll tell them, go find your ship as quickly as possible and stay in it until a storm passes. Alrighty. There's lots of debris on the ground here. There we go. 3, 2, 1, and bash dash. Oop. Forgot to run, actually. It's out of running. Manchi says, I've been planning this for days. What? Oh, just the name? Okay. How'd you know I was going to be back in No Man's Sky? Look, I have to be honest. This was, I only found out about this about, oh yeah, see, I can't get to the buried technology module. Yeah, this was, actually, this was just set up about a week ago? A week and a half ago? Yeah, like I said, one of these days, I'd really love to visit the Hello Games studios, if they'll have me. Because again, like I said, I've been streaming for Hello Games off and on for about 9 years now, and so it would be cool to say hi, you know, to Sean and the gang if they'd let me. Oh, weapon charge depleted. Let's see. Can I use that? Condensed carbon.
Technology recharge.
There we go. I spent some carbon to get some carbon. Fair trade, I'd say. Yeah, in a weird way, it's fun to kind of start over, you know? I mean, well, I don't know, it's, like I said, I would have never, oh, no! Yeah, I gotta watch, that's the number one thing I forget when starting a new playthrough, that I don't have my good jetpack. Alright, let's see, recharge equipment, life support.
Technology recharge.
Oops, wrong button. Yeah, there we go, it's a little wave. Alright, decoded coordinates. Let's see. Here we go. A little outpost. A little snout post. Alright, here we go. Some damaged machinery. These buildings will usually have loot in them. Okay, so we're going to get that residual goop. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to keep it because I could sell it. Or as Redworm mentioned, you could turn it into nanites. Alright, here we go. So let's see what the computer has to say.
Accessing archive 6 of 7 logs corrupted. Entry 4924 alpha follows.
No one.
No one.
recording case leaving behind in the fabricator might be of some use. Visor damaged. Can't find ship.
The log finishes and the machine whirs to life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal I need to repair my ship. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation as I do now. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Rocket, yeah, they added voice acting to the game. It's definitely voice acting from Hello Games and not me. There we go, so you can see all my info doots over on the side. Yeah, alrighty, let's do this. Let's go to first person view. Uh-oh. Oh, the game lost my keybinds. Hold on, let's see. Photo mode, let's see, utilities, control camera. Okay. So yeah, there's a way to switch to back and forth between first person, third person, back, forth, whatever you would call it. You can hotkey this on PC. You simply go into your utility menu, go to utilities, and then see how there's a little number 1 icon on there? I could change that to 2, 3, 7, 69, whatever I want. I like to keep it on 1 myself, but yeah, that's the way you could hotkey that. You can hotkey it for your person, your exocraft, and your spaceship if you want to be able to switch back and forth quickly, as I am doing. And I tell you what, it very much comes in handy being able to do that on the fly. Again, no easy way to do that with a controller, but on PC it's very easy. And highly recommended.
Radiation protection. Stabilizing.
Stabilizing. Ah, so that's another thing. You could hide in one of these if you're under inclement weather. Mesmerize says, wait, I never knew that. Yeah, first person, third person, first person, third person, first person, third person. So sometimes, like in interior tight corridors, being in third person gets a little unwieldy, right? Because your character kind of blocks your view a little bit. So you switch into the first person, so you're not blocking your own view. When you're oot and a boot, and you're getting swarmed by little critters or whatever, third person makes it easier to deal with swarming creatures or looking around corners and that kind of thing. So yeah, little helpful tip if you've never done that before. So here we go. Back to first person, inspectigating all these different things. Yeah, there we go. Accessing. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Let's access these archives.
Accessing archive. 6 of 7 logs corrupted. Entry 4924A follows.
Okay, I think this. Yeah, I think the game already did this. Hence why it's not doing the audio again. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, it's just playing the same thing that we read earlier. Oh, it gave me another hermetic seal. That's good. Wait, do I have 2 now? Hold on. Yeah, it gave me... Okay, so I guess that was either intentional. Oh, by the way, little plants like this, search them. You can sometimes find carbon in them, and you can search them, I think, up to 3 times usually, and you can get a little bit of carbon. So here we go, 51, 57, and what was that, 57 plus 6, so 63. And then also these guys, you can get encrypted navigation data. If you're just starting out and never played this game, look at everything. Just look at everything, because you'll get some goodies. So yeah, there we go. So I got an extra 63 carbon just for being nosy. You know what I mean? Yeah, so typically, if you ever see one of these orange, kind of like, I don't know, diamond-looking shaped things, a blue cube or a black disc, like what was in the other room, be sure to check those. They will either give you navigation data or nanites. So yeah, it'll look like this. So click on this, click on the orange thing, and eventually you'll see kind of a blue cube-looking apparatus, and it'll give you nanites or navigation data. It's randomized. Okay. The fun thing about starting over again is it actually kind of makes you feel like, yeah, you're an explorer, a new explorer traveling around. Now, sometimes, I guess, I don't know if they still do this, but previously you would be assigned a random race. You could be a Gek or a Korvax or a Vy'keen or a Traveler, I think, as these guys are known as. So, I like to think of the...
Radiation protection falling.
Or what are they called? Anomalies or travelers? I can't remember. But yeah, the ones where it's like, you know, obviously humanoids with masks on, you can't see their face. I like to think of them as humans, but I don't think that's canon to the game. But yeah, when it just like a person like this, like I think of this as a human, whereas there are other alien races out there. Like I said, I know before people start shrieking at me, I know that's not canon to the lore, but that's the way I like to think of it. Red Reliant says, so any guesses why Sean waved? Yeah, I mean, that's just it. I ran a poll. A lot of people think it's going to be a new expedition, new expansion. So yeah, whenever Sean Murray does this, just these cryptic single or, you know, multiple emojis of the same emoji, that usually means he's got something on the way. And you can see here, I mean, yeah, like, you know, over 10,000 likes every time he does this stuff. So yeah, something is on the way. Doing. All right, Imagination says I need to sleep. Ciao, Bella. Auf Wiedersehen und bis morgen. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Until tomorrow. Could easily be counting on the story lore, though. I mean, why not? If you know who was the template for the Travelers. It's just hand jive. It don't mean nothing. It probably means something. Ooh, condensed carbon. So when you get a refiner, access to a refiner, I believe condensed carbon can turn back into regular carbon if you just need regular carbon. There are a lot of materials and recipes and, you know, mixology that you can do in this game. Just have to experiment. There is something though called the catalog and guide, and this will give you some instructions. A lot of it's based on what you've already found in the game though. But if you're ever looking for something specific, you can consult the catalog and guide. It is there to help you on your way. It's kind of like the built-in Wikipedia of the game, if it's apropos to call it that. So, yeah. This place would be nice and verdant if it wasn't so disgusting otherwise. Yeah, hopefully we can get off this rock. And then eventually we're going to find something, or get access to something called the anomaly. The bash dash. Know it. Use it. Love it. Almost always when Sean posts an emote, it's a hint of coming news, and the emote is usually related, if sometimes cryptically so. Yeah, we can go back in time, and we could see some of the previous ones and what it ended up being. Yeah, so with the beacon update, he used the bacon emoji to kind of show, or, you know, as to let people know what was coming soon. Okay, so hermetic seal.
Component repaired. Technology repaired.
Okay, so there we go. I fixed my launch thruster, so hopefully I'll be able to get off this ball of rock soon. Waves for water? Yeah, it could. Yeah, sometimes he does like jokes like that. Yeah, where it's is it? Does he mean literally physically hand waving, or does he mean waves as in, you know, waves? But then again, there is an ocean wave emoji. Yeah, Spooky G. It really has been 10 years. Okay, so pure ferrite. Yeah. Okay, so pure ferrite. Yeah.
Component repaired.
Good. Ready, man. Check it out. I am the ultimate badass. State of the badass.
But brilliant. Thank you for the 17 months. It says repair status, advanced materials required. Recommendation, deploy a portable refiner. Refiners transform simple materials. Refined materials hold more charge. Advanced technologies require refined materials. Okay, so construct. Just need a little bit more ferrite dust, which is just about everywhere. Okay. Alright, so I need to construct a portable refiner, so I need some metal plating. And then from
Radiation
here...
protection falling.
Just like my drawers, it's falling.
Technology recharge.
Okay, so let's do this. Alright, portable refiner, let's build that right in front of the ship here. Yeah, exactly. It could be radio waves, you know? Yeah, Sean has been known to, again, make his emoji usage rather obtuse, but intentionally. Okay, so I need pure ferrite. How much pure ferrite do I need to fix my doots? 50. Okay. Alright, fuel. Let's power that up with some carbon.
Technology recharge.
And then we need to put some Oh, I need more ferrite dust. Crap wagons. Okay. What's the ratio of regular ferrite to pure ferrite? Anyone know off the top of their heads? Is it 1-to-1 or is it 1-to-2? I don't remember. I haven't had to think about it for a long time because in my main playthrough I've got like 10,000 ferrite dust and pure ferrite and all that stuff. Spader says 1-to-1. Okay, thank you, Spader. Thank you, wise guy. Yeah, he's a wise guy. Knows all he knows about stuff and things. Over 9,000, also a valid option. All right, let's see if I got enough doots in here. All right. Okay, so I got 102. Got a temperature of 103. Alright, so we're gonna ferrite the crap out of this thing. Boop. And let's see. It's gonna take 12 whole seconds, a lifetime, to probably like a fruit fly. No, it's just... Sean's cryptic emotes are kind of a throwback, a constant reminder to him of the old days when he said way too much and almost got his game tanked. Now he says not nearly enough and lets us run with it. Yeah. Yeah, he tends to be pretty short-winded, I guess you could say, when it comes to interviews and things, or at least some of the stuff that they share. And I'm fine with that, I'm fine with that. But if someone said it's like, hey, we're gonna give you 10 minutes alone with Sean Murray, and I was like, will there be cameras? No, just to ask him some questions. Yeah, I'd love to talk to the guy. Oh God. Let's see what his thoughts are on the state of literally everything. No, what I'd probably do is I'd bug him about some highly requested features for the game. Check it and see. I've got a boner 103 millimeters. All right, yeah. Hey, guys. Cap just dropped a foreigner Easter egg. That proves he may not quite be 21. Look. Have you ever listened to what's something really old, like I don't know, like Elvis Presley or something? Now, look, I very clearly wasn't alive when Elvis Presley was alive. I hope. I mean, I think, but that doesn't mean I'm not familiar with his body of work, right? So it's yeah, that's the whole thing about preservation. You could play music from a very, very long time ago, and just because you weren't alive then doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. Like there's music that definitely came out before I was born, for real, and it's still enjoyable. Like I like listening to CCR from time to time, sometimes the Doors if I'm kind of in the mood, but all that stuff predates me by decades, more or less. So, yeah, forever young, forever lying to chat. All right, so, there we go. Alright, let's see if we can fix this bad boy. Alright, boop.
Component repaired. Technology repaired.
Alright, let's put some,
Technology recharge.
Okay, we're at 50% launch fuel. Let me try to make some, Starship fuel. Damn. Okay, so I need more ferrite dust. Yeah, let's make a couple Starship fuels before we leave, because it's kind of, that's something that I've learned over the years is like, yeah, if you're starting off in an expedition or otherwise, make sure you have extra Starship fuel. You'll be glad you brought it. Chances are slim, oh yeah. Ignorant whippersnappers. Cap is a huge Tay-Tay fan. Yes. I definitely know who Tay-Tay is, and I'm their #1 fan of the music that they probably make. So,
Radiation protection falling.
Yeah. It's never, speaking of older music, I was never super into the Beatles. I mean, they have some catchy songs, but I mean, some people get literally obsessed with the Beatles, and it's not that I think it's bad, but I don't know, I don't know. I like their songs like, Eleanor Rigby and Ticklish Bum Bums and Happiness is a Warm Gun, which it is. So, yes. Oh, hold on, let's analyze this. We've got to analyze these mushrooms. See if I can eat them. Unlike the mushrooms in Scum, you eat them and it ruins your game. Very few know Foreigner that weren't alive for Foreigner. Okay. Look, I don't know. I don't know when they came out with stuff. Yeah, the thing is, so when I grew up, my father listened to a lot of classic rock. A pretty straight-laced guy, to be honest. Military officer. Kind of grew up in a I wouldn't say overtly religious household, but he introduced me to a lot of classic rock, I guess you could say. Beatles are okay. Fight me. Yeah, I don't dislike the Beatles, but yeah, I mean, some people, they're like, they're the best band of all time. They're certainly probably the most successful band of all time, or most famous, I guess you could argue, but I don't know. I only like some of their songs. I think they're like a fun band as opposed to a great band, which I know sounds stupid, which it is, because I probably shouldn't say that. Did you hear John Fogerty did a JJ and got all the rights back for his music? Really? Yeah, because what was it? I think was it John Fogerty had kind of a falling out with the rest of the members of the band? Something like that? I have a bunch of friends who love the Beatles, but they've never once put them on. I don't know. I think the kicker about any band, and Buddha will know this, having a history in the music industry as well, is that it's really remarkable when a band gets famous for more than one song. And that there's a lot of truth to that, because there's a term called one-hit wonder. So a band can get famous just for one song, and then, you know, they can probably get residuals from that song for life and never have to worry about paying their bills. But it's really remarkable when a band gets known for 2 songs, or 3 songs, or 4 songs. The Beatles got known for dozens of songs, and I mean in a big way. And that's plus their music has kind of really stood the test of time. Narc! But yeah, so that's the whole thing about the Beatles, is that they just had a lot of really popular songs. You know, they're just catchy. They knew how to write, hit pop songs and, light rock songs, what have you. But, yeah. You know, you think of bands like, like the Rolling Stones or, Aerosmith. They just had a lot of really popular songs. Whereas a one-hit wonder band, they make one song, it's popular on the radio for like 6 months, and then you never hear from them again. But you damned if you don't hear that one same song at the supermarket played every single time you go, or they get residuals for life. For life, all it takes is one sort of popular song, and you'll get a paycheck for the rest of your life, depending on the contract you negotiated with your record label. But yeah, that's all it takes. All it takes, I mean, it is better to be a one-hit wonder than not, if you know what I mean, because at least at one point you found some success, even if it was just for one catchy earworm song and nothing else. Because then, like I said, you get a residual check for life. So,
Radiation protection falling.
Gosh, I mean, there's lots and lots of musicians out there that, they're trying to make it as a band or what have you, but they never even get to the one-hit wonder stage of their career. One Hit Wonder, isn't that a platinum album? Well, platinum is the number of albums or records sold, but it is a good benchmark for how well a record does. A gold certification, platinum certification, mega explosion certification. But yeah, it's just whether a big measure for popular music is how much it gets played on the radio, and then records sold. Are you getting nominated for Grammy Awards, Country Music Awards, Awardee Awards, all sorts of stuff? How immensely popular did you get just based on one song? And then people, like I said, 6 months, a year, maybe 2 years if your song is just really kind of an earworm. But think back to like the Macarena, or when swing music got really popular for a couple weekends. It's just like there's some bands, they got a pretty hefty paycheck once in their life, and after that it was just residuals, the trickle of money coming in from radio stations still playing the song, or your song gets used in a video game or something along those lines. Again, so now, it's just, even if you're ever going to be in a band, just even getting to the one-hit wonder phase can be construed as a success, because like 90% of bands, if not more, never even get that high, or never get to that point. It's funny to think that the Beatles were too fast and too loud when they came out, in the 60s, and now we have Archspire. Yeah, now we have Nile, Necrophagus. There's blinding speed. What's a record? What's an MP3? I don't know. What's Spotify? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Chumbawamba, I got knocked down. There isn't a bar in America that hasn't played that song at least 40,000 times, right? And again, those people, whoever got the rights to, after they got popular, that band, I'm sure they had other records, albums, or whatever, but they are known specifically for that one song. And it gets played everywhere. They play it at, sports stadiums. They play it in bars. They play it, at anything that's supposed to be a kind of like a party place, right? Talking about, whiskey drink and vodka drink and a red worm drink. So, yeah. One Hit Wonder is like Chumbawamba with Tub Thumping. One song played a ton and you never had another single. Yeah, but that's all you need. And if you're smart with your money, and hopefully you didn't have like a piss poor contract, you know, you will get paid for life for that one song. They have to. It's required. They have to keep paying you a residual, even if your check is like $800 a month, or if you're lucky, you're like maybe like $80 a month. But still, it's free money for the rest of your life. Well, free, sort of. All right, let's do this. Exit the ship and collect the portable refiner. Oh yeah, dude, that's so fantastic. That's so fantastic. Because they know that players forget their portable refiners when playing this game. I've been playing this game for 9 years and I still forget to pick up my portable refiner. I love how they actually put that as part of like the new player experience. Because golly, they know players do that, myself included. All right, here we go. Let's pick up this bad boy. That is fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just, gosh. And then, yeah, then you have guys like, what's his name? Rick Astley. He was kind of a one-hit wonder back in the 80s, but then his song became this, like, global meme phenomenon, and then he got extremely popular again. You know, just, well, as much as you can, being known for one song. But yeah, you know, he started to sell out concerts again. People just wanted to hear him perform that one song. Oh, let's see. I got an alarm here. Oh, okay, that's okay. All right, well, let's take off, eh? Oh, that's right. I was going to make more Starship fuel. Oh, man. All right, well, it's fine. Now, I don't think I have a warp drive. Yeah, I don't have a warp drive. So, seek answers among the stars.
Man. Check it out. I am the ultimate badass.
Tacky Beck, thank you for the 7 months.
State of the badass
Thank you, buddy.
art.
This is the most player-friendly game ever. Yeah. And that's just it. You can be 8 years old, play this game. You can be 80 years old, play this game. Still be good to go. Rick's popular on TikTok. Yeah, I mean, well, his one-hit wonderness is kind of a freak occurrence, and I don't mean that in a bad way, because I don't know if that's ever going to happen again, where someone has a song that was kind of like a one-hit wonder song, but then it ends up becoming an insanely popular meme format. It was like the first song used for memes, almost, in a way. I don't know if it's truly first, but you know what I mean. I don't know, because nowadays you'll have your YouTube Shorts, TikToks, what have you, and sure, people use music for that. You know, stuff gets popular, but not in like how Never Gonna Give You Up got popular. I mean, that was just crazy. It's just unbelievable. I mean, that song spread like a disease, like an epidemic, just all over the internet, and it stayed that way for about a good 10 years. Yeah, that's something that like people only dream of. And not only was your song popular, but then the whole world starts using it for jokes. So, well, at least the whole world knows it. Yeah. Kate Bush had Running Up That Hill, which is popular back in the 80s, and then I don't know if anyone had really heard from Kate Bush in a long time, but then they put it on a very popular show. Next thing you know, they're playing that song on the radio 15 times a day, if not more. And you got to figure, yeah, she's probably getting a pretty good residual check from that. 1.6 billion views on YouTube. Yeah, man, unbelievable. Yeah, I would love to be a one-hit wonder. Absolutely. But instead I just have to be a one-hit Richard. Ow. One hit only. One ping only. Okay, let's see. Answer the communicator. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So my ship's trying to tell me something. Hold on. Ship says...
Incoming transmission, source 4925B.
Please identify yourself. I'm... You are not alone. Follow the...
The broadcast ends as strangely as it began. The final piece of the signal appears to be a set of planetary coordinates. I'm going to input the coordinate data.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Okay, coordinate data receive. Are we on approach? Let's do a quick check. So if you're wondering what kind of star system you're in, you can go to Discoveries and take a look. Now, the way this works is they will tell you the system name as it is, but you only get information about planets that you've scanned, and then only full information once you've landed on it. There is a thing called a system scanner you can get for a freighter, a larger ship later on, but it would be up to us to do some stuff. So why don't we do this? Let's let somebody name my starting planet for this new playthrough. It's currently Fall 15. If you're a subscriber here, you know the drill. Type in exclamation point, let me name, and I might try to land on some other planets today, and we can rename the star system and all the planets and all sorts of stuff. Nice to see you're having fun in Eve Cap. Yes, I'm pretty sure I updated my stream category, but yeah, we're doing it for, we're gonna do some combo streams this week because, like I said, Hello Games was interested in having us stream some Hello Games, or some No Man's Sky this week. Let's see here. What was I about to do? Oh yeah. So yeah, if you're a subscriber here, type in exclamation point, let me name, and we'll take a few names to name some planets and the star system itself, which is permanent, by the way, unless they change it for being vulgar. Alrighty. Okay, let's go to the signal. So yeah, again, there is apparently possibly some new content coming up for No Man's Sky. So Hello Games has tapped a few content creators to revisit some No Man's Sky, particularly the new gaming or new player experience. So yeah, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday we'll be streaming, and hopefully by Wednesday we'll maybe get an inkling of an iota of a modicum of information about what the potential new release or news could be. An iota. As opposed to Neota. Hura. Star Trek. Alright. We're in the pipe, 5 by 5. There's the damn beacon. Oh, it's right there in front of me. I see it. Ooh! Man, the ground came up to bite me. Jeez, speaking of Stranger Things, this looks like the Upside Down. What the heck? Alright, let's land. Oh yeah, dude, this actually, that's so funny. We were just talking about Stranger Things. This looks like the Upside Down, doesn't it? Yeah, we're gonna find a Demogorgon here. I'm really debating whether or not I want to do a full rewatch of all 4 seasons of Stranger Things before season 5 comes out. I'd really like to, but that's a lot of show. You know, figure every episode's what, and maybe like 45 minutes. Okay, we'll definitely have to name this the Upside Down Planet, but that's only if somebody wants to. Okay, so we have to investigate a signal. Target sweep. Target aligned. All right, here we go. Everyone remember where we parked. Yeah, and this is to this day still what I think is the best part about No Man's Sky, is you never know what you're going to get. You know, it's the box of chocolates game, yeah, you know, you just never know what kind of weird planet you're gonna land on next, and it's that strangeness, you know, the sense of whimsy of discovering a new world, and just finding out that it looks like, I don't know, it looks like an ashtray, you know, it's a living ashtray. That's nice. Spader says you can call your ship too. I know, but it also costs launch fuel every time you do that. So it costs launch fuel to launch your ship, and then it lands, then you have to launch it again, right? So I typically don't call my ships unless I know I have a lot of launch fuel. First and second season, it's fast. Season 3 and 4 takes a bit to watch. Yeah, you know. I kind of want to do a full rewatch because, you know, season 5 is going to definitively be the final season. So be nice to kind of do a recap. I haven't done that. I haven't rewatched any of Stranger Things. I've watched every season as they came out, but I've never rewatched them. So I think, yeah, if I do a full rewatch, then that would be kind of nice, because then I can watch seasons 1 through 5 all back to back. All right, let's take a look here. All right, let's see. All right, broken technology. Okay, here we go. Let's read the descriptive text here. The sparkling wires of the machine generate a signal, tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever left the message is long gone. I decipher the signal.
Decoding 16, 16, 16. Entry 4925C.
No fuel and failed to reach station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to underground. deployed base computer.
As well as the log entry, the signal contains plans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. With any luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever is leaving these messages. I extract the plans. Okay, there we go. So we got a new building part, and we learned how to make the terrain manipulator, which is very important. That's, yeah, true. Fresh start, no launch fuel regen. Yeah, well, that's most ships don't have that to begin with. That's usually an upgrade they have to, you know, buy or make or whatever. But some ships have. If you get lucky, yeah, like in expeditions, sometimes you might be able to get a random ship that actually has the launch fuel regenerator or launch thruster regenerator, whatever it's called. Yeah, 16. 16 indeed. Let's see here. Alright, there is that right there. Okay. Alright, well, let's do... Yeah, it's so funny. We were talking about Stranger Things. This place looks like it's like the sci-fi version of Stranger Things. You know, like the No Man's Sky version, I should say. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's make a terrain manipulator.
Technology installed.
It's being manipulative. Alright, so we need to make a carbon nanotube, 2 of those, and a dihydrogen jelly. That should be easy. Dihydrogen jelly and carbon nanotube. Let's go ahead and make a second one of those. Alrighty. Okay, cool. Got the terrain manipulator. And like I said, that's a thing that you can use to get yourself out of a bad situation very quickly. So say I'm being chased by a creepy crawly, or there's a death storm coming in. We do the following. So you can change the size of your terrain manipulator being on your keyboard by pressing R and T. I forget what button it is on the controller, but that is something you could do. So you can cut either a little tiny hole, which you couldn't really crawl into, kind of a medium-sized hole, might make things easier, or a very large hole to just kind of chop the heck out of everything. So yeah, you can actually adjust the size of it. And the way this works is for recovering, or for mining, is that the smaller the beam, the slower it goes, but the more materials you get while mining. Medium is medium, of course, and then large goes very quick, but you get the least yield out of mining. So now that we've dug this hole, as you can see, my temperature is stabilized. I'm no longer considered in like the chemical death zone. So that's why, again, previously, before, you know, they made it where you couldn't make the terrain manipulator, or now when you can't make the terrain manipulator from the get-go, yeah, basically just play the tutorial. Wish there was a way to upgrade the light. There are mods, wise guy. So No Man's Sky is a very mod-friendly game. I'm actually using 2 mods right now. One of them's a visual mod, one of them's a hover mod. Fatty D, No Man's Sky asks, is there a new expedition that I missed? No, Sean Murray is teasing us once again by posting some cryptic emojis, but that's usually an indicator that they're getting ready to come out with either a new expedition, a new expansion, or possibly both. So Hello Games has reached out to ask me if I'd be interested in streaming some No Man's Sky, you know, kind of get people hyped for No Man's Sky again, and that's why I'm streaming No Man's Sky right now. Because when Hello Games asks, I say yes. They ask, you know, if they say jump, I ask how high. If they say, what are you wearing? I say that's inappropriate, Sean. And then I tell them anyways that, yeah, shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah. So, no, it's like I said, it's nice to be able to, you know, like I said, get people hyped up. Yeah, you can. One of the downsides to, I will say, this function though. Ew, even the walls look like Stranger Things. Ugh, I kind of like this. Is that building underground is risky, because if you try to dig out a hole and build something in it, typically the hole will just fill up again, especially if you're playing multiplayer. So if you're gonna build underground, make sure you find a natural cavern. Ugh, I got worms. A natural cavern, and build in there, so that way the terrain doesn't fill back in. Any news on Light No Fire? Not yet, to Mythos. Hopefully someday. It's been over a year and a half since we got the Light No Fire trailer. And Hello Games has stayed rather mum. They've stayed rather mum about the game, except for letting us know that they're still working on it. But no details, no details. So... But yeah, you know. Actually, this kind of seems like this would be the planet that Xenomorphs came from. It kind of also has that kind of almost like a Xenomorph hive kind of vibe to it, doesn't it? Kind of a little bit. Yeah, it got that kind of H.R. Giger vibe to it. Let's get back to the ship. Although, wait a minute, these are carbon plants. There we go. Gotta get some carbon. Carbon always comes in handy. Trust him, ho. Or wait, trust him, oh. Trust him, oh. That's the name of this plant. Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna let a couple people name. Yeah, I gotta name some planets. All right, man. I'm taking like chemical burns, so I gotta get inside my ship. All right, there we go. Hop back in the ship. Yeah, there we go. Recharging my hazard protection. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I have to gather copper now. All right, so let's take a look. So let's see. So this planet, our starting planet has copper, and this place has activated copper. So, I guess they just want regular copper. Let's check our log. Establish a base. I gotta collect chromatic metal. So I have to find copper and then use the refiner to turn it into chromatic metal. So while we're on this screen, though, let's take some entries. Let's see. Where's it? Okay, gotcha. We need one more entry because we have 3 things we have to name. We need to name both the planets, and we need to name the star system, and then maybe tomorrow we'll name the moon and the other 2 planets. So type in exclamation point, let me name. Right now, if you're a subscriber, it's kind of a perk that subscribers get. You get to name stuff in my games, or have characters named after you, or other things. Planet Gorgon, right. So, yeah. All right, so let's pick the first person, right? Meow. Okay, let's see. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Wino just entered. So Wino, let's give you the xenomorph planet. What do you want to name this planet? Yeah, I know you just entered, so feel free to give me a name, because I am allowed to rename this since it was technically discovered by me. And then we'll pick it's Xiphon and Reaver. You guys are pretty much automatically going to get to name whatever you want. Let's who's gonna get to name the system and who gets to name the planet. The Ashtray. That's a good name for this planet for sure. Okay, so there we go. So that's uploaded. You also get nanites every time you upload information. Okay, so let's go to the fall. Fall 15 and 3, 2, 1. Boom. Let's see. Where's it? Reaver. Reaver gets to name my starting planet, you know, for my new playthrough. So Reaver, what do you want this name to be? Paging Dr. Reaver. Paging Dr. Reaver. We'll call it Dr. Reaver. Gynecology. No, it's just. So yeah, Reaver, if you're here, I need a name. And since obviously, you know, we're going to name the star system last here, Xiphon, what do you want to name, by process of elimination, what do you want to name our star system, our starting star system? Yeah, it needs a name. Actually, I wonder if there's a whose house? Animal House. Okay, hold on, let's go back here. Hopefully it won't. There's a character limit. Let's see, whose house? Oops, caps lock on. Whose? That's weird. My caps lock wouldn't turn off there for a second. Whose house? And it's Animal House. Bam. Okay, there it is. Boop. There it is. Whose house? Animal House. And finally, Xiphon. Where's Xiphon? Xiphon. We're gonna give Xiphon. Oh wait, actually, hold on. Wait a minute. We do have another person who entered. 3, 2, 1. Boop. Spader! Actually, it was Spader! Ah, RNG gods have favored Spader over Xiphon. No worries, Xiphon. But what do you want to name this star system? And then, like I said, we'll probably have to rename the last 3 planets tomorrow. So, yeah. Let's see. Spader's Delightful Recta. Oh, no, it's, we probably need something stream appropriate, since it is a sponsored stream. So Spader, yeah, what do you want to name? You got last minute naming rights to my star system. Think of a good name, and while you're doing that, I'm gonna take off and go into outer space. Actually, hold on, let me see if I can make more launch fuel before we go. Yeah, there we go. I just want to make sure I don't get stranded without launch fuel. Wonderland, really? Okay, let's see. Hold this up here. Really, just Wonderland, huh? I was expecting to, you know, have to warn you for vulgarity or something of, you know, the philanderer system or something. But it's just Wonderland. God, why is my caps lock buttons acting up? I might have some, like, I don't know, like some cookie dough or something there. Yeah, something's... Oh, yeah, I might have to clean my keyboard. My caps lock key is getting stuck. All right, what is this? Wonderland. Okay, I would call it the Wonderland system, but then it would show up as the Wonderland system, so I learned not to do that. Okay, there it is, discovered. So, yeah, and like I said, it gets fun when subscribers name all the systems. If I showed you my other planets and systems that we've discovered, it's basically not safe for stream. So, yeah, Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard. Let's keep it clean, but I sent that Michael... But isn't that Michael Jackson's place? I think his place was called the Neverland Ranch. Yeah. Yeah, wasn't... I think Michael Jackson's place, you know, where kids were welcome for probably not great reasons. It was called Neverland Ranch, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Keymac, welcome. Yeah. Although if Michael Jackson invited me to go to Neverland Ranch, I'd probably go. But I'd probably stay away from the Kool-Aid. Yeah. It was called Neverland. Yeah, I don't know if I can rename it. Hold on. Do it. We should call it that. Hold on. Neverland Ranch. There we go. Yeah, you might not want to visit here, or if you do, make sure all your water bottles are unopened. So, yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's take off, eh? Yeah, like I said, we're leaving the Stranger Things planet. Actually, we should try to see if this star system has an actual space station in it. That's what I wanted. Yeah, okay. Woo. Yeah, it's just Neverland Ranch, and like, oh. Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of Michael Jackson when I was a kid. Yeah, I mean, it honestly is a shame what happened to him. You know, it's just... was given prescription drugs that he didn't need. Too strong. Bring the condoms. Kind of missing this game now. Thank you all, Cynical Fook. So that's exactly why Hello Games tapped me and said, hey, why don't you go jump back into No Man's Sky for us? Because they're trying to get people, hyped up for the game. And again, we're probably getting a new update this week. So, yeah. Unknown. Low atmosphere. Ooh, hey, if that's low atmosphere, is that a moon? Hold on, let's go check that out. Unknown. Yeah, maybe we can, if we hurry, maybe we could check all these other things out. Abandoned. Okay, so that's probably a lifeless planet. Maybe. All right, let's do this. Yeah, let's go over to Yispro Omega. We'll land on it and we'll let somebody name it. I got your Moonwolf. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, like, I freely admit, if Michael Jackson's like, hey, you want to come to Neverland Ranch? I'd be like, sure, Mike, what are we doing? It's like, don't worry about it. I'll tell you when we get here. When you get here. Mike, what is it you're not telling me? Shut up. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It's a surprise for later. Unzip, you know. That's a surprise for sure, Mike. Wow. It's just, yeah, Neverland Ranch, because you'll never want to go back there if you've been there before. Wow. Golly. The impression, uncanny. That's okay. Look, I listen to a lot of music. If I was 18, I would go, yes, that's what he would prefer, maybe. So. Yeah, it'd be like Neverland Ranch. It's like Michael Jackson's version of the Saw movies. It's like, would you like to play a game? You know, it's not particularly Mike, but okay. Oh no. I remember seeing, what was it? Was it his Moonwalker movie? I remember when I was a kid, I saw that movie and I thought that was just the coolest thing. You know, he transforms into the robot at the end and he starts yelling at people. Joe Pesci was a drug dealer, so as a kid, I thought Joe Pesci was a drug dealer in real life. You know, so. All right, so yeah, these airless planets can be kind of fun. I almost went skydiving when I was young, then I got taken back inside. Why did you not go? Did your parents change their mind, or? It's funny, I don't live terribly far from a skydive place, you know, where they take a plane up and you can go skydiving. Yeah, exactly, man. Had tons of, that's what we were talking about earlier about, you know, someone who actually genuinely has a lot of hit songs. You know, you basically get immortalized. Music can be forever if it's popular enough for people to remember it. What is that? Is that copper? Oh, crap, we got lucky here. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak out just then. You must be this high to ride, Michael. Yes. Alright, here we go. Alright, so yeah, so check it out, chat. Yeah, we're basically, yeah, this is the cool part of, God, I keep doing that, sorry, hold on. Let's see, we'll do it this way. So yeah, this is the cool part about No Man's Sky is, yeah, you know, you kind of feel like a space explorer. I mean, this could be our own moon, you know? Yeah, look for the old bleached American flag. Yes, you can change your field of view. So yeah, cool. All right, let me grab this copper real quick here. Let's see. Mining beam, train manipulator. Okay, so remember, like I said, the bigger the beam, the faster it goes, but the lower yield you get. So if you do a small beam, you get a lot higher yield. So, but it also, you know, equally takes longer as well. Depends on how much of a rush you're in. If you're just like, I just need like 50 copper, then you can go large beam and, you know, not worry about it. Okay, so it says I only needed 60 copper, but I'm gonna get a little extra here because, you know, chromatic metal always comes in handy. You need it for a ton of things in this game. And if this seems like if you're not new to No Man's Sky, it seems like it would be kind of grindy. It's actually not that bad. I mean, it's a very interactive game as far as, you know, for what you're doing, and so it doesn't feel like a grind. At times, yeah, it's like you have to get 17 were-wombat wieners or something like that. But you know, in other MMOs, but in this game, no, the grind doesn't feel like grind. There are other games that I've played where I've said the same thing, where it's like it's grind, but it just doesn't feel like grind. You know, you kind of lose track of time because it's actually kind of fun to do. Like, I'm literally mining copper on a desolate moon. Why does the copper look like gold? It could just be the lack of atmosphere. You know, just the sunlight hitting it just right. Okay. Yeah, look at it. Make a wish, chat. I always make the same wish. Those are meteors or meteorites, whatever it's called. Go find Sentinel ships. I should. What time is it? Oh gosh, it's about. Well, chat. Actually, yeah, I think this might be a good place to pause for today. So, like I said, we're gonna do a couple hours of No Man's Sky every day after we'll, you know, stream kind of an early game and then do some more late game tomorrow. Yeah, but I think this is a cool shot here. Let's do this. Let's go into camera mode. So yeah, space. Look at this. Look at this. How cool is this? Space. Above and beyond. These are the voyages of the starship, I don't know, Jerkface. It's probably a campaign you'll be good. Yeah, that's right, Cynical Fook. But yeah, I mean, look at this. This is basically like, this whole game is wallpaper bait of the highest order. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now. So you get a nice little shot here. It's a good pose too. Send that to Hello Games and say, hey, look, this game is rad. All right. So yeah, let's do this. I am going to, let me go to my ship. Getting in and out of your ship automatically saves the game. Woohoo! I must go. My people need me. Yeah, this is a, basically, you know, low gravity planet, a moon. So yeah, you can do pretty cool stuff like... Now, with a fully upgraded backpack, I can literally fly into space from the ground. I can't do it without an upgraded backpack, but or you can do it if you have a fully upgraded backpack on an airless planet, low gravity moon, whatever. You can literally fly into space until you start dying. Caliburn says, "Hey, Captain, did Hello Games ask you to start a new save?" They did, yes. Yeah, they said, "Hey, can you showcase what the new player experience is like?" So, all right, so let's do that. But I'm afraid we're all out of time for today. So, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow to continue on and see if we can actually get to the anomaly. It takes about a good 3-4 hours of gameplay to get to the anomaly. A little less if you're experienced, a little more if you're not. But yeah, the biggest risk I pulled was flying from a frigate to my freighter. Flying? Oh, you mean in space? Yeah. Okay, yeah, because in this game it's a little bit weird. Even though we're on an airless planet and I'm wearing a spacesuit, yeah, the game has a function where you can't actually be alive in a vacuum. So, Yeah, that's okay. Alrighty, well, there we go. I'll leave you with a nice cool shot. This is cool. Actually, I actually feel like I'm on the moon right now, so that's fun. Okay. All right, but that is going to be it for No Man's Sky. Tomorrow we're either going to be doing more Eve. I'd like to play some more Eve Frontier, which is an alpha state game right now. But I think what is it? Is it Metal Gear? No, not Metal Gear. I think that's next week. What is it? The Gears of War remake, I think, comes out tomorrow. So I might stream that. I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's going to be that time of year where lots of games start coming out. So, all right, without further ado, let's go ahead and quit the desktop. And thank you to Hello Games for sponsoring this portion of the stream. We'll be back tomorrow with more No Man's Sky madness. We'll see how much trouble I can get myself into. And then again, hopefully by Wednesday or Thursday, Sean and we'll reveal what actually is coming out. It's tomorrow. Okay, Zabak, I gotcha. All right, well, yeah, that's going to do it for yours truly. My name is Captain Richard. If you happen to be new here and you're lurking and enjoy the stream, consider following, turn on notifications. I'll be live here on Twitch. I'm also on YouTube. I'm streaming to YouTube right now. Thank you, Spooky G, for watching on YouTube. And I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so go follow me there if you want to lend a hand. Yeah, Final Space. Let's see. Yeah, they're doing a Snake Eater remake, and I actually want to play that. So, God, it's gonna be like 57 games come out in 2 weeks. And plus new updates for No Man's Sky. So, yeah, as the kids say, we're eating good in the video game world. All right. Oh, by the way, just a quick plug. Yeah, type in !NMS if you haven't picked up No Man's Sky and would like to pick it up now. You can do so. Let's see. Let's see if it's... Sometimes they have the game go on sale. Let's see. No Man. Yeah, the game is on sale. Looks like it's 60% off right now. So if you're thinking about picking up No Man's Sky on Steam or platform of your choice, looks like it should only be about $24 right now, and that is absolutely worth it. Granted, I say that as a guy who received the game for free, 9 years ago. This is absolutely worth it, and you can play it in VR if you have a VR headset. So. All right, well, yeah, that does it for me. Thank you to everyone who followed for tonight. Thank you to our many, many subscribers and gifted subs. That's kind of a blowout for a Monday. Thank you for that. And all this week, we're going to have a jam-packed week. I almost want to stream 10 hours a day just so I could, play this, play that, and of course, more No Man's Sky. Whew, man, it's awesome. Very, very awesome. Yeah, $25 is a steal, and it's even less. It's 24. What a bargain. All right, let's do this. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Let me see who we can go raid for tonight. Who can we pester possibly? Yeah, who can we say, yo, word, what you up to? Let's see if anyone who I'm friendly with here on Twitch is streaming this game right about meow. And again, I do apologize. I know people were looking forward, some folks were looking forward to a continuation of Abiotic Factor. It's just that it is a particularly long game, and I think we maybe barely got halfway through it, so we'll have to save the rest of Abiotic Factor for hopefully another time. But yeah, let's do this. Let's see who we can raid for tonight. Mamma mia. Let's see. Mamma mia. We could raid somebody who's also streaming No Man's Sky. Let's see. We could also raid someone who's streaming a new game called Sword of the Sea. I don't know, chat. Quick show of hands. Just saying, chat. Would you like to see a new game, or would you like to see another No Man's Sky streamer? I will leave it up to you. I'm game either way. Don't forget, I will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern. I was 5 minutes late today. I was eating a snack and I ran a little late. But yeah, 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern, 8 p.m. Universal Time. Let's see. New game. I think the new games might have it for tonight, but we'll be back ourselves with more No Man's Sky tomorrow. So let's do this. We are going to go raid Mary Kish. Mary Kish, you may know her. She actually is part of Twitch staff. You may have noticed or know her as the MC of TwitchCon. She is, I can't remember her formal title. Oh yeah, head of community. And she, if you ever watch TwitchCon, she's usually the person introducing the whole show. So yeah, go say hi to her, and let's see, maybe don't pester her about Twitch stuff, but go say hey and see what's up with Sword of the Sea, which is what she's streaming now. I started typing in /raid Sword of the Sea. But I've known Mary for a while. I was part of actually, her and I filmed a promo for Twitch many years ago that sadly did not get used. I was a little bummed about that. You know, it was going to be part of a promo at the time for Twitch. But yeah, you know, we've kept in touch over the years. So she's good people. All right. Well, yeah, we're probably gonna have a lot of people joining the raid, so thank you so much for that. If you would like to follow Mary, I'm sure she would appreciate that as well. You know, she's a streamer as much as she works at Twitch. So, okay, well, that's gonna do it for me. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the world. Many salutes to you all, and yeah, tomorrow we'll have to see. I kind of do want to play a little bit more of you know, Eve Frontier, and then we'll maybe do that and lead into some more No Man's Sky. I don't know. I kind of want to see what the next phase of the game brings, but also, you know, I was planning on playing the upcoming remake. So. All right, yeah, if you're a subscriber, feel free to use your rad raid emotes or simply copy and paste what I'm posting into chat. Yeah, go turn her chat into a sea of orange, and I will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern, 8 p.m. Universal Time. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful evening with Mary. Good night.